All right, what's going on, everybody? We're back for another edition of Chamber Chat. We're keeping them rolling. We're checking in with members, and we're excited to be joined today from Ride Solutions, Jeremy Holmes. Jeremy, great to see you. We mentioned, we were off. We're all adapting. We're all changing, and the telework thing is becoming a little bit more normal than I think we ever thought. So, how you doing? How's everybody with the staff doing? And let us know how just kind of give us a check-in.
It has been a change and a challenge. We've learned quite a bit over the last couple weeks of how to keep the staff going and operations going and projects going. We're all doing pretty well. I think in some ways we are doing a better job of checking in with each other as staff than we were when we were all in the office, and it was easy just to kind of close your door and hide. But everyone at Ride Solutions and the Regional Planning Commission is healthy and doing well, and we're moving things forward and continuing to do all the work we can.
Good. I'm glad to hear it, and glad to hear everybody's healthy and safe. That's first and foremost, most important. So we wanted to hit on a few things while we were on this call today. And I know I mentioned to you in setting this all up, I've noticed new signs that you guys have had on various parts around the area, and I've seen one near where I live on 460, kind of heading into downtown. I'll call it close to Berglund Center, just shortly before there, and then had seen one on 581, kind of heading into downtown. Talk about those, and I guess if I saw it, it's a good thing. So kind of give an explanation on how those came about and the overall goal.
Yeah. So we've had commuter info signs. You might have seen these commuter info signs on 81 and 460 in the past. They're pretty bland, but they were there, and they've been up for a very long time. And more often than not, we got confused with the 511 emergency traffic line, which wasn't very helpful for anyone who called that looking for what's going on 81 and getting a carpool information hotline. So we worked with VDOT to get those signs replaced, kind of freshen things up, but really emphasize the work that we do with the carpooling side of our program. And we put those signs pretty much all over the Roanoke Valley, on all of our high traffic areas, a lot of the places where folks are likely to commute, particularly into downtown, because carpooling is the thing that we can do that helps everybody. We do a lot of other work in other areas, but that is no matter where you live, what you do, you have access to carpooling. So we want to emphasize that part of our services. And it's just kind of nice to get some new signage and new information out there and get people paying attention to how we're helping out in the region.
Yeah, no, exactly right. And I had just moved here back in October, and I can't say I've seen the old sign, but hey, that's why you have the new signs, a new brand, a fresh and look, and it changes the eyes and the perception of it. So kudos to you guys on that. And exactly, the carpooling, especially with tends to be some we'll call it some juggernauts as far as traffic in the area, and carpooling makes that significantly easier on the community, on the region, and just on the folks that are traveling. So glad to hear that initiative has gone off strong. So the second thing we wanted to talk about is something I've recently seen for you all as well, is the Ride Solutions app. And I kind of have I have your website here to kind of my side, kind of the motto of get there, get rewarded with the Ride Solutions app. So talk about that.
So, we've always offered things like carpool matching services and assistance with finding transit routes. Our core mission is to help people find alternatives. And the app was something we were able to launch last year that simplified that process, made it self-service to a large extent. Has more robust information. Obviously, it's a mobile app. We were not did not have a mobile presence before, so this is now something where you can download it and access carpool partners, bike routes, transit information, and so forth immediately. But I think one of the most exciting parts about it is that we were able to build in a rewards program so that if you're carpooling, if you're taking a bike ride to work, if you're telecommuting, you can log those trips and you earn points that you can cash in with local businesses, with online retailers and so forth, and get discounts and free stuff. And one of the real focuses of our project with that app is to try to reach out to more local businesses and get local folks on board increase some visibility for them, but make sure that commuters in the region have access to cool things that are right there in their backyard.
That's fantastic, and I'd say even more so now with the
Right.
rewards and helping those support small businesses and local businesses,
Right.
which is fantastic. So glad to hear that as well. And for folks to learn more about the app, obviously I'm on the website right now, ridesolutions.org.
Mhm.
Is there what's the name of the app in the App Store and on Google Play and iPhone?
Yeah, it's just Ride Solutions. If you search for Ride Solutions in iOS or Google Play, you'll find it. And if you go to the ridesolutions.org, the website, there's a register login button that'll also take you to the web portal for the same information. So you can get there regardless of what kind of technology you have.
Great, cool. Third thing we wanted to talk about is a message we had shared probably over a week ago. The days are running together at this point. Is the socially distant bike tours
Right.
and that the initiative you have. So talk about those and I know we shared it, and I'm sure some of our members have seen that as well. But talk about the socially distant bike tours.
Yeah. So, May is traditionally National Bike Month, and we are reminding folks that May is still National Bike Month. However, we obviously aren't doing a lot of the kinds of things we usually would do to celebrate this time. We'd often be doing big group rides. We'd be doing pub crawls, so other big social rides to connect folks in the bicycling community and to help people learn how to navigate the region by bike. Obviously, that's not going to happen. So through the socially distant bike tour effort, what we've done is give people maps, cool tours, scenic things to explore on their own, and they can download these maps to Strava. They can download to Google Maps, use Google My Maps on their phones to get around it. It's things like hidden art in Roanoke, the lions of Roanoke. You'd be surprised at how many lion statuary there is all across the city. Scenic tours in Franklin County, but just places that maybe you go on your own, out with your family, explore things that you haven't seen before. We've got a whole bunch of them. So it's still a way to get outside, and we're probably all looking for ways to get outside and see something that you hadn't seen before, and still learn how our valley connects by bike, and how you can get to important places, get to work, get to the store, and so forth on your bicycle.
Yeah, I love that. That's fantastic. To just allow folks to, again, learn more. But
Right.
I think the whole thing is just learning the educational side of how it all comes together. So
Right.
that's great. So I might,
Yeah.
In listening to this, I'm gonna have to take advantage of some of that myself.
Well,
So
and we
there's the
hope
call
they're
to action.
fun too. We hope they're fun and
Yeah.
just a kind of silly things that you probably didn't know.
Yeah, for sure. No, that's very cool. So the last thing we want to wrap on with you with is teleworking and transportation and how that relates to you guys. So talk about that and the things that you're being forward thinking on as we all continue to work through this on how you're going to work with businesses on kind of teleworking and transportation.
Yeah. So telework has always been kind of the menu of services that we've offered. We've often focused more on the carpool and bike side, but we've now entered this period where a lot of businesses went into telework in a crisis mode. They had to move really quickly, get folks working from home. But in the interim, we'd like to think that we have learned some of the benefits of telework for quality of life, for resource management, for the ways to use your building, parking, all of those kinds of things. And we know a lot of communities have seen environmental benefits and traffic benefits and parking management benefits in moving to telework. So we would like to be able to help businesses keep the good stuff that they have found from this experience. So we can bring support services, we can tap into state services to help with technology, consultation, management training, employee measurement and productivity measurement, all kinds of tools and services that are free, perfectly free, that'll help businesses keep what the good stuff that they've learned out of this. And also, hopefully we don't have to go through this kind of thing again, but a lot of businesses weren't necessarily prepared. And so telework can be part of a kind of a crisis management plan. And that's something else we can assist with, is so that there's good policies and technologies in place so that businesses can do this kind of work. Maybe it's a flood, or maybe it's a snowstorm or something that's next time. Hopefully it's nothing quite as dire as this, but we want to be able to help with those kinds of things. And So that's kind of the next phase as we move through the summer in our business support services.
That's awesome, and I applaud you guys on the preparation, adapting, and evolving to to help the region, and that's great. So, Jeremy, wow, what a jam-packed, informative chamber chat between the new signs, the app, socially distant bike tours, and everything you're doing to help folks with teleworking. Really appreciate all you're doing to support the Valley and support the region. RideSolutions.org to learn more. Great website, Ride Solutions, connecting the region's commuters. Jeremy, thanks for joining us on this edition of Chamber Chat. Really appreciate it. Stay safe, stay healthy. And like we keep saying, we're going to keep it rolling. Chamber Chat daily, on a daily basis. Coming back at you tomorrow.